Hi, Grace family. Happy Friday to you. Today we're in 1 Peter chapter 2. We're going to be looking at just a few verses, 9 to 12. And for me, these are some of the most wonderful words in the whole New Testament. Actually, verse 12 is one of my top 10 favorite verses there in the Bible. Beautiful words. Let's read it and take a look at it together. Peter writes this to the elect exiles of the dispersion, but you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his own possession, that you may proclaim the excellencies of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Once you were not a people, but now you are God's people. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. Beloved, I urge you, as sojourners and exiles, to abstain from the passions of the flesh, which war against your soul. Keep your conduct among the Gentiles honorable, so that when they speak against you as evildoers, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day of visitation. You are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his own possession. God regularly calls people out of darkness into light. Why? Because we're better? Because he likes us better? No, he calls people out of darkness into light that we may proclaim the excellencies of God who brings salvation in Jesus. The Lord calls people out of darkness into light so the people of light can proclaim the salvation that God gives in Jesus. You see, so God calls people out of darkness into light so those in light can proclaim that God of salvation to those in the darkness, so they also can be brought into light. They see the Christian church exists for the sake of those in darkness. That's why we're chosen to proclaim the light in this dark world. And then the beautiful words from verse 10. Once you were not a people, now you are God's people. Once you had not received mercy, now you have received mercy. What this means is that no one is unforgivable. No one is outside of the realm of receiving God's mercy. So then, as people who have not received mercy and then have received mercy from God in Jesus Christ, every person we see is forgivable. And if forgivable by God in Jesus Christ, then forgivable by us, the people closest to us, people who are just acquaintances, people that we happen to meet by chance, forgivable by us because they are forgivable by God in Jesus Christ. You see, maybe someone once saw us as unforgivable because of who we are or something we've said or something that we've done. But God didn't see us that way. All sins forgiven in Jesus. And then encouragement from Peter in verses 11 and 12 to keep our conduct among the Gentiles. For understanding this would be among unbelievers, honorable. This is the third time in the book of 1 Peter that Peter has urged us to live lives that are pleasing to God. In 1 Peter chapter 1, Peter says, well, keep your conduct holy because God is holy. Earlier at the beginning of chapter 2, Peter said, well, we abstain from sinful passions of the flesh. And we do that because we've tasted and we've seen that the Lord is good. And now Peter says, keep your conduct among the pagans, the Gentiles, the non-believers honorable. Not so we can show ourselves to be good people. Not so we can live good lives and say, God, look at what a good boy or girl I am. But so that ultimately God receives glory. And I say ultimately because as we live honorable lives among unbelievers, well, they may speak against us as evildoers. That doesn't mean we stop living honorable lives. It simply means that ultimately God will receive the glory, even if currently we get reviled. Wonderful verses from the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2. God bless you.